Hello guys, welcome today to another video, and today we will be talking about Pixagon 3D PC edition. So as you know, back in April 2, PC edition of Pixagon 3D was released, and we will be checking it out by playing the first chapter all over again. And what I can see now is that first they've unlocked the FPS, which is good. Normally in phones you would have 120 Hz FPS, which is pretty big, pretty fast, but if you're on a PC, let's say having 240 Hz or maybe 300 Hz like me, this is very liquid smooth and it's very fun. You can also change the quality or resolution of your game, so that's one thing. There's more capabilities using a PC, which is great. Back then, let me just talk about how we used to do things back then. So back then we used to actually play with BlueStacks, mainly BlueStacks, because I used to play on BlueStacks I used to play Pixagon 3D on BlueStacks, and they stopped that and they made a PC edition, which is great. And looking at it, there's actually a FOV option as well. I'm not sure, out of the probably 5 years I've been playing Pixagon 3D, I've never seen a FOV, if I'm not sure. I'm not sure how, but like, I've not seen a FOV in Pixagon 3D, and I just saw it just now. It makes some type of a difference. Yes, you do get more visibility, but your aim also needs to be on point, because if it isn't, then your FOV would be useless if you can't really aim with the FOV. So you have to kind of set that up, and maybe know your strengths, maybe know what's best for you, so as such. And playing these chapters all over again is just a lot of memories here. You know, we're just grazing up and forward. We're just going through all the enemies all together, and this does bring back some memories, because I used to play this back when I was a child. But now I am pretty old now. So yeah, looking back at this game, it's aged pretty well, honestly. So yeah, but this is just a voiceover though. I'm actually not really playing the game as of now, but talking about Pixagon 3D PC edition, is this a good edition or not? That should be probably the question. Is this a good thing, bad thing? Well, from what I've experienced in BlueStacks actually didn't really emulate Pixagon 3D too well, because if I remembered correctly, on my PC, which is running RTX 3060 with a Ryzen 7 6800H, with 16 gigabytes of DDR5, it was not running well, because there were some stutters that were happening, and I'm not sure why, but there were stutters on BlueStacks, and probably because it was emulated from mobile version of the game. But now there's a PC edition which is highly suitable for my PC, and I'm really just getting tons of FPS here, and it's really just playable, in my part at least, and it's very enjoyable as well. And if I'm correct, there has been a change in graphics slightly. I do see a change in graphics, mainly the shadows, which is something to consider. Talking about the switching of weapons, which is the difference between BlueStacks and PC edition Pixagon 3D, it's actually more fluid and quite better, because you don't have to set up any of the buttons like you used to in BlueStacks. So that's largely one of the good things about this, and I believe this is gonna bring us all the more better in. I believe this is gonna bring us a better experience in Pixagon 3D. Although, you know, the player base in Pixagon 3D hasn't been the best as of now. The game's not too active, but it's still alive and still kicking. So yeah, but coming back from the game, or coming back after 2 months, or yeah, 2 months of not playing because of the BlueStacks. Largely the reason why I did not play for a couple months was because of BlueStacks being unable to, well, play the game on an emulator, so they kind of shut it down, emulator stuff for Pixagon 3D. And so what I did was I kind of waited, because I did hear about a PC edition Pixagon 3D, and yeah, here we are now. And the gameplay really does feel smooth, if you know what I'm saying. It's just overall better than emulating the game in BlueStacks, and I feel like this is a total win, because this could bring the game back to what it used to be. And sorry for the menus or the constant menus, is because I do have to get some stuff done over here, like real life stuff, just uh, like cooking rice and as such. Basically, I just do something, and most of the times when I'm doing the menu, I probably have to do something pretty important, but do not mind that. Back to the gameplay. Yeah, it's very liquid smooth, and besides that, it actually uses the refresh rate of my monitor, which is even better because it feels as if it's never ending smooth, if you know what I'm saying. It's just smooth, smooth, smooth. Unlike the emulator, which was, if I'm correct, the emulator, to use the emulator, it has to assign your computer to a device, and in my situation, my device, which is an Asus ROG Strix, was placed as an S20 Ultra, which is a Samsung device, not really Apple, not any of those. It was placed as Samsung, and I don't know about you, but it was pretty buggy using an emulator, because really the game was not made to be emulated in a fact or in a way, but it still worked apparently, but there were still some bugs in as such, because comparing the specs from a phone to a computer, my computer is far more powerful than a phone. So what happens is I kind of don't understand why I get those lag spikes from an emulator, which is BlueStacks, but having this on PC is quite amazing. I really do appreciate the fact that they did bring PC edition to Pixelgun 3D, and it feels different, just slightly though, because I used to play on the phone back then when it was 2017, 2018. I used to play on the phone, and a lot of stuff has changed, leagues and as such, and I've not really been able to catch up, and I'm not really a serious player of the game, but this will serve us a pretty good video for how Pixelgun 3D is in PC edition, and the differences between BlueStack emulating and PC edition, and as such I really feel like it's way better. This is way better, and feels much more smooth, much more better in overall experience, and I can tell you that for sure. And yeah, this is really a good game. If you do look at it in a perspective, this is really a good game, but some stuff has been happening, and one of the things I also do want to discuss about this is that PC edition did take quite a while for it to be made, and I do understand that there is I do understand that coding does take a long time, but this does exhaust the player base, because more and more people will start to go because they're either bored or as such find new games to play because PC edition doesn't come out. And some people used to play always on PC edition or on emulators to play on their PCs, but ever since it was gone, people were not able to play on their emulators, and they had to wait for it, and it took quite some time. So the people that stayed around to wait for it, like me, should be just, I guess, a little bit of people, because most of the people, I'm guessing, have went to other games or shifted, and as such don't have the same type of interest in the game, which is a bad thing. But regardless, PC edition is here. Another thing I also want to talk about is in your Pixelgun achievements or your leagues and as such, or your badges. It hasn't came out yet. If I remember correctly, in the anniversary of Pixelgun 3D, you were able to get badges, like 10 years, 9 years, how long you've been in the game. Regardless, if you were in the game for 3 years, you'd get a badge for 3 years. If you were in the game for 10 years, you get a badge for 10 years, and as such. But even though we have been waiting for this feature ever since 2023, this feature did come out in the anniversary update, but it never came back after that, and it's been such a long time ever since we've seen that, and it kind of does beg the question as to where is this anniversary, or where is this type of not really anniversary, where is this type of feature, because this is really cool, showing your experience off and showing the years you've spent in this game, or how long you've been here, as you know that. So yeah, that's all I really have to talk about in this game, because this game is based off this new update, which is the new edition of PC, I really do approve of this. Really, if I would give it a rating of 1 to 10, I'd probably give this a 9.8%. Oh no, 9.8 out of 10. The 2% or the 0.2% is largely because of the time I had to wait. And yes, it did take quite a while, but when I did open the game the first time at April 2, which was the release date, it felt amazing to play. And really, the transferring of your account is so simple. All you have to do is just get the code from your phone, which is your device that you used to play in, which is like a phone, of course, and then you get the code there. And after that, you just place it onto your Pixelgun PC edition, and it just links up immediately. And that's very, very convenient, and I do like that. So besides the waiting, this is really an amazing update, and you guys should try it for yourself. Pretty amazing. And the minimum specs and the maximum specs are in Steam itself, so try to check it out if your computer is compatible enough. If you've not ran PC edition on your laptop, then yeah, try to check out your specs for them. And yeah, on PC, it used to be very laggy even for me, which is, even though I had a good setup or a good PC, as of now I have a good PC, and even though I ran emulating Pixelgun 3D, it still ran bad on an emulator. So if it did run bad on you in BlueStacks, if you did run Pixelgun 3D in BlueStacks and it ran bad, I suggest you try this out, this PC edition, because it could have mainly made the performance way better, or optimize your performance like what it did to mine, because I'm getting a constant 300, 500 FPS, and it's just genuinely amazing to watch this and to see this and its full capabilities. In fact, I could probably push this to around 4K, but as of now, I'm still discovering the features and stuff in the game, and there are new seasons I do have to catch up since, you know, I've not been playing for a while. But, you know, this is all I have to say about this game. Really an amazing game, and this should really be highly regarded as a very great update. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.